What's going on, Lloyd? Thanks for having the
Yeah,
time today to chat about your Ready, Set, Learn back to school drive. And it looks like you're working, bro.
yes, ready, set, working right here on the dot. Taking some time away to do this interview and talk about the foundation and so forth.
Wow,
And
yeah.
thanks a lot as well for making the time to speak with me and also for being interested in, just assisting with the initiative. It's a great deal to us and I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. I mean, I think it was 2 years ago, and you came to one event, a journey, like a workshop, and I
Yes,
heard about what you were doing. I think you had just had the Ready, Set, Learn back to school then, in 2019. And I
right.
was like, bro, you did it in such a way. Obviously, pursuit of excellence. Excellence is inside of your foundation's name. So if you do anything less than excellent, we're gonna challenge you out there.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
I loved seeing the community team. You gave like a summary video. You had parents with their sons and daughters. You had them getting their back to school stuff. You had haircuts. That's the part that really interests me, like seeing the young men get haircuts. Those little practical things,
There.
even with parents working, sometimes it's just a challenge. It could be an extra expense that we try to plan for, but unexpectedly things happen. And to have foundations like yourself,
Yes,
ministries like myself, and other people out there trying to do something to subsidize that and to support the family, support the education of the kids, is phenomenal, bro. So kudos to you and
thank you so
foundation for doing that. So talk to me
yeah.
about pursuit of excellence. I mean, I've known you as a teenager. I know your foundation came up very young. You were like, what? How old were you when you started Pursuit of Excellence?
So I was about 19
See,
when I started. Yes, yes, almost 10 years ago, just about.
see,
And, for how it really came about was in 2012, I was nominated for the Yantel McGaw Youth Community Excellence Award. And
hmm,
it was for having done some work in the community to that point and, just kind of trying to lend services in the community generally. And Junior Achievement had actually nominated me because I had been heavily involved in Junior Achievement during my high school years. And I went through the interview process and we had discussions and so forth. I was a finalist for this award. Now, I thought to myself that surely, just like with something like the YCLA or other events and awards that you'd
yeah,
get, they want you to be present. They want you to be here so that you can render additional services as the recipient throughout the year and going forward. Now, I was about to go off to university in weeks
yeah,
after the award ceremony, and I didn't quite think that I would be selected, partly because of that. I can't be
yeah.
here to render services. So I think about 2 days prior to the actual ceremony, we all got a phone call to
Mhm,
prepare a kind of proposal that if we won, what would
mhm.
we do? And I thought to myself that, well, why would I prepare something that's just for the 1 year or the 2 years until someone else
Wow.
is selected? So I thought, I'm here for this community award. I think this is the time for
Mhm.
me to start something or to prepare something on paper that
Yeah,
I'm going to roll out for years to come. Why not?
yeah,
And so what I did was I challenged myself with the proposal to incorporate something that kind of makes me be here while I'm not here.
yeah.
And what I did was I started publishing some concise guidance tips, which is what I call them, to schools for
Mhm,
them to be read out in assemblies and
mhm.
for them to be provided as newsletters to students. And so these concise guidance tips dealt with things like the importance of education and also counting your blessings and just little bits that would be important for students to
Yeah,
digest, but also in a concise form because as we know, students are not out here trying to add to their reading collection
yeah,
and trying to read booklets and booklets and booklets. So in order to really just maintain the attention, I challenged myself to keep them on one sheet, just
yeah,
one page. So that was my way of trying to be present, even though I'm not actually here. because I was away in university. And then I also had a component of my proposal which dealt with an award. Now, the award scheme was actually proposed to be something that dealt with we're having a summer camp type thing, and then we're awarding students. But instead of that, we ended up changing it to recognize students who exude excellence in academics, character, and community service. So basically a well-rounded student. And the reason that came up was because I think a lot of times you'll find students who are strong academically, but they probably don't do much outside of the academic, or they're strong academically and they do a lot outside in terms of extracurricular, but they don't have the best of attitudes. And I think when you can find someone who is strong academically, is strong in the community for himself or herself, and also for others, so being altruistic, and exudes a positive personality and good character, I believe those students should absolutely be recognized and inspired to continue, encouraged to continue, so that they can inspire other students. So we started that award
11 years ago, 12 years ago, 10 years ago.
So this is what, sorry?
10 years ago, you said? 10 years ago,
Yes, 10 years ago. Wow. And so essentially that's how
it started. Because I remember when you got awarded the Yantel Award, and then I remember shortly after, because I was like, how did this guy come up with his initiative or foundation right after? And now that you're explaining that, we're a part of the ceremony, as part of preparation, if you're awarded that specific award for that year, what would you do? And you thought of a continuation plan. And here we are 10 years later, and you're still doing stuff. I mean, I've seen when you post on Instagram, I know you're a motivational speaker as well, and you've had a couple platforms during lockdown. I saw some international platforms for you, and I know you're a lawyer as well, so you've been working hard. You used to do track, now you do muscle. So I mean,
that's a little muscle building.
A little muscle. But the whole idea is that you've also, in your own personal life, tried your best to maximize the opportunities and excel with the opportunities that you've given. And, kudos to you, and, congratulations you on that, because when you're challenging teenagers, students, young people to do the same and to be motivated regardless of challenges and trials, because trials will come, they have an example to look up to. And so hence why I felt, as pastor of Journey Ministries, to partner with you, because, you have fruit of continuation and progress, and that's encouraging. But also, bro, one of the things, as you know, Cayman is filled with charities, and everybody has a platform or an opportunity to help someone else, which is great. But sometimes the help doesn't really get to the people that really need to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Part of the reason why I wanted to partner with you, because based on your track record for the last 2 years, almost 3 years now, doing this Ready, Set, Learn initiative, back to school drive, from what I've seen, I know the people in the community, and the people from the community that need that extra help has always gotten it. And so from myself and our church, when we're thinking about, like, listen, who we going to partner with from an educational perspective and continue to partner with, and your name came up, and here we are. So I want to just say, hey, I'm excited for the continued growth of Ready, Set, Learn, back to school initiative. And this year you're actually going to the BRAC, and I'm in the BRAC while on vacation. So that's pretty, we call it awesome, or whatever you want to call it, but we call it like divine, connections. And so, what made you want to expand to the BRAC?
Well, you know what? It's so crazy, because when I think back as to when this started and where we are now, I realize that every year it's some sort of development. And I also realize that I should never rush anything, because once the inspiration comes, some kind of great idea comes and it just happens. Before, I think it just wasn't that feasible for us to expand it to the BRAC just because of resources and the time and such, and also the experience. But after having done the drive twice now,
Yes.
and we have understood certain aspects, we think now we can kind of expand it a little bit. And so we thought, okay, the BRAC. And we don't want to leave out our sister islands. We want people to have equal opportunity to access this initiative because we're trying to help as many people as we can. And we think that we are in a position where we can expand it and have a version of the drive over on Cayman BRAC as well. So that's really where the inspiration came, just from the growth over time.
And it makes sense because, perfection maybe might not be obtained because every time you do a program, you learn something like, oh, I could have done that better, but growth is there. And so I'm glad that you said, I'm going to do here, do it this way, learn the steps, the step-by-step plan to execute well. And now, you know what, we can do it now. And I know that you're working out the logistics, and I'll put that information and the dates and stuff with the video when we post it to be announced. But I know for sure August 21st, you're going to have your town initiative, your Cayman initiative in Georgetown, in the heart of Georgetown, by Constitutional Hall, right? By the clock in town. You can't miss it. And what can people expect on that day? I mean, people probably are coming back. You probably had some people that have been there 2-3 years now. What can they expect for their kids, for their experience, and even wanting to help? I mean, talk to me about the day. Run me through the day.
Yeah, well, as soon as you ask what can people expect, I just start to beam with joy because honestly, it's such a great day. And it's always been, and I'm expecting the same for this third drive. Now, once people get there, they can expect a ton of school supplies. So we try to maximize the school supplies that are actually necessary, and we try and make those available for the students. You can expect to have school supplies, bags. We'll have some bites there, so little food and so forth that people can have, while kind of looking around and socializing and so forth. The students can socialize with perhaps their friends from last year or meet new friends there. There are a lot of primary school students who show up. And in order to entertain the students as well, we also have like a face painting section where a friend of mine who sponsors Rochelle Rivers of RDR Design, she assists with that and kind of facilitates the face painting. And also there's a coloring station for children who are wanting to just kind of sit and color while the parents are having a quick bite to eat over on the other side. We also had a pediatrician on site, so we'll be trying to get that again, have a pediatrician come on site from CTMH Doctors Hospital. And the real involvement of the pediatrician is just to kind of speak to parents and have a chat with students about healthy sleeping habits, eating habits. And you're getting so much more than just preparation for school from that. You're getting just a lot of life tips and health tips, which I'm big on those things. And so that's exciting. And we will also have some little prizes that will be given away through dance competitions with the students. And the children love to kind of entertain crowds, right? When they're not too shy, they really get out there and show their personalities. And we had that at the last drive, and we expect that it's a fun time. And one of my favorite aspects of the entire drive, even though it's a school supplies drive, it's really having like a barber on site to give free haircuts to the students and having them looking fresh and ready for their first day back to school. And so it's a nice family event. It's an event where you can just show up, come ready to just be filled with joy, to be greeted by just really refreshing and kind volunteers and members of the foundation, and just to have a nice, relaxing day.
Yeah, you see, bro, I wish I was a student now. I'm looking for my haircut.
I know, right?
I'm looking forward to get, tips on my health. I'm looking for face painting and all the different stuff. And if I felt like you put yourself in there as a kid, like, what do I need and how would I like to experience it? And it's so great to see the creativity being on display, because sometimes as adults, leaders, mentors, whatever you want to call it, sometimes we don't put ourselves into people's position, like how do they learn? How would they receive it? And so I can see the thought process, and a lot of thinking, a lot of planning has gone through it. I'm so proud of this initiative and be able to participate, contribute to it from a church perspective, from another ministry and another NPO, but also experience it and be there on the day to just observe, and to learn and to grow. So
yes. And honestly, it's such a big deal to us for Journey Ministries to have decided to assist us and to donate to us, because we have all of these great plans and visions, and it's at the end of the day to see the smiles on other people's faces, whether it's the smiles on the faces of the students or the smiles of relief on the faces of the parents. And so it means so much to us, because the additional contributions that we obtain will be able to do more. The smiles will be that much brighter. And so it's a big deal. And I am super grateful, and I speak on behalf of everyone who is a part of the initiative and who is working to make this happen. It means a great deal. Thank you.
Bro, de nada in Espanol. You're welcome. Because we love to partner with what people are already doing and the impact that people are doing. We don't have to go in there and do it ourselves and waste time. We can jump right in and be a blessing and add value. And we're we always look for opportunity. This is like our first time talking about what we've partnered with in public, but we've always in the background tried to partner with situations, people, circumstances, give them that boost, and really be the hands or feet of love and positive change. And I know that education, I mean, you talk about any aspect of elevation in life, it's going to be education. And how we start our school year determines how we want to finish sometimes. And to have these young men in particular get their fresh haircut, get their supervised, to have the parents feel like there's somebody in the community, there's a group of people in the community that know the struggle, and the struggle is real, but we want to, just relieve the struggle for a little bit and be a solution for you. So, bro, can't wait for August 21st, Constitutional Hall. Georgetown. What time?
So we're looking at 12:30 until 3 o'clock. And so we always let the public know that it's first come, first serve. We generally have school supplies for everybody, but obviously we don't want anyone to miss out. So it's as soon as you can, it's 12:30 sharp, and we'll get things going. And and as mentioned, we have all the additional kind of assets that you can expect, the food and the prizes. So the earlier you come, the more that you'll be able to just experience all the vastness that we'll have to offer.
Come on, bro. And then also to August 22nd, you'll be in the BRAC for sure. You're just making a final decision in regards to the location and the time. So we're praying that will work out shortly, and you let the people know and let me know, and I can always edit the post and let people know. So, bro, Lloyd, thank you for your time, pursuit of excellence, foundation, ready, set, learn initiative, back to school initiative, August 21st at Constitutional Hall in Georgetown, Grand Cayman, and August 22nd in the BRAC. And we're looking forward to that. Thank you for everything your foundation does. You do individually, being an example, special role model for men out there. Our young men need all the support and the encouragement, obviously. And man, big blessings to you, bro. And it's all about the smiles on the face. But experience it. So.
Yes, Pastor Felix, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And again, I can't thank you enough. And thank you to your congregation as well for all of what they do. And thanks to you for all of what you do. It's a true delight. And I'm looking forward to the event. And I hope to see people who are watching this out at the event supporting.
Yeah, bro, I'll be there. Some of my church members from Journey. And you will be there this Sunday to just take some photos and just be a part of our service as well. So, bro, see you soon. I'm in the BRAC, and until we get to connect again, bro. See you soon, all right? Blessings.
Awesome. Take care. Have a good one. Blessings, bro.